Hi Pisces, welcome to my channel. This is a Pisces reading for mid-May to, the fountain. That's the unique card in this fountain deck. Mid-May to mid-June 2020, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It's a relationship reading. I apologize for the delay. We got into May without you having a May reading at straight Pisces. If you are not a straight Pisces sign, but you're in the cusp of Pisces somewhere, in the cusp area, like Aquarius, Pisces, Pisces, Aries, something like that. You can check out your cusp readings as well. But let's see what's up for just straight away. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for love or whatever relationship you're thinking about. Okay, and your timing is right. Just as you're watching this, it's exactly the right timing. So Pisces, you are in the space of a Hierophant energy. You see your person in the energy of the Devil. Again, this is the fountain deck. You feel about your person the Four of Cups. They are in the energy of the Four of Swords. They see you as the Eight of Coins. They feel about you the Empress. Wow, interesting. And the energy between the two of you in this moment is the Death card. Big transformation afoot. Obstacle, we see this, the fountain again. It was at the bottom and now it came out in the middle. The fountain is the obstacle. The fountain is an infinity, pure consciousness connection. It's the oneness, it's the knowing, it's the coming together for full evolution to me. And death is an evolution and a transformation, but that's in your obstacle. So something wants to change and transform, but there is an obstacle in its place. And the advice is Seven of Coins. Tread lightly, do make moves and choices carefully. Potential outcome is the King of Coins. And the under the deck energy, and we'll do some clarifying over here, but the under the deck energy is the Five of Swords. So, okay. Let me just read this a little bit on the intuitive level here and kind of speak to it intuitively. I don't usually read altogether just the lockstep, traditional meanings of the cards. If you're following my readings at all, I hope that, for those of you who like that, that's great. So I personally get tired of people just repeating the same 5 messages for each card. So I think you're all about evolution right now because there's so many kind of change and evolutionary cards with the change between you of the Death card. Something needs to change. There is a learning. This is definitely a deep connection. I don't know if I want to call it like a twin flame or karmic partner, but I would say at a minimum, when we think about a karmic partnership, this could definitely be that, because there's learning that goes into what you're dealing with right now. You're putting standards in place. You're allowing certain things, not allowing other things. You're only picking the cup you want and passing on the rest. You see this person as a potential temptation. Maybe, yeah, it could definitely be a big attraction, but I think I'm feeling that you see them as a big temptation and one that you've been through cycles with, and you've tried to learn each time and probably made 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of learning. But it is a learning. And I think that you've come to a place where in order to transform and go to the next level, you understand that you're going to really have to take some lessons from this. You're acting as your own teacher. You're acting as maybe a teacher to others going through the same thing. But to tap into the learning and the teaching component of this, you're seeing your person as the Devil, because I think you see the potential for this person that you're thinking about right here, Pisces, that they could at times pull you backward and you want to keep moving forward. You don't want to keep going back and having to learn that lesson over again. So you're trying hard to not have to keep going backward. They see you as someone who has been through cycles, that tends to want to work on things, that maybe does repeat at times, but tends to want to work on things. But do you work on things to your own detriment sometimes? Can you be more selective? Four of Cups. Can you be more selective? Advice of the Seven of Coins. This is in the traditional deck where he's looking at what, planting seeds and waiting and having patience. But it's also being selective, I believe. So the advice is to be selective and see where do you think it's worth putting your energy. What lessons can you learn in order to transform? The obstacle for the two of you, and I'm not going the way I traditionally do it, but the obstacle is this infinite connection. It's when you believe in the fantasy that we're just meant to be together and we should never lose track and we should never lose touch, and not take the learning of the infinite karmic partner. Not taking the learning is your block, one or both of you. Not taking the learning and kind of repeating yourselves and not being able to access the beautiful energy of the Fountain card. It's a blockage. So what has to happen in order to transform? It's taking what's not working and don't keep doing it. That old adage that the definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over again and expecting a different response. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting a different response. Well, how often do we do that? Well, I believe we do that until we learn, and that's what we're supposed to do. I don't really believe you should fault yourself all the time. Don't blame yourself and drag yourself through the mud because you did something like, oh my God, I can't believe I reached out to that person. I told myself I never would. Or, oh my gosh, I was harsh again and I said I wouldn't be. Or I was critical again and I didn't think I would be. Or I was too forgiving and I didn't think I would be. I mean, I believe like we just have to kind of do what we're supposed to do and fall down and wipe off our knees and learn those lessons. We don't want those to be as painful each time. So eventually we hope we learn, And in learning and in changing how we respond, we're forcing the growth on the other person too. So I feel this is going to be a definite learning and a transformation for both of you. I think that your person's kind of taking a break with the Four of Swords. They're not like actively doing anything right now. Ultimately, this could be a very rich engagement with something to gain for both of you. Definitely something to gain for both of you, something, again, to grow. Your person does see you as beautiful, attractive, magnetic, accomplishing, nurturing. If you were wondering, they do. I just get the feeling that if someone's going to learn, grow, change their approach, it's going to be you, and they're a little bit more, not in denial, but, the Four of Swords goes into a total kind of quiet place. So if you're feeling that they're in a quiet place and you're a little bit sad over that, they're just doing what they need to do right now. They don't think any less of you, Empress. That's what I'm feeling. And this is an infinite karmic connection. So I wouldn't stress over, is it going anywhere? I would trust a bit in the universe. It's had its conflicts. And right now it might be in one of those as you're kind of finding your way through this transformation. So what are the other messages here? Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in this relationship reading. Mid-May to mid-June. Interesting. Mirroring. Yeah, I think you're both evolving right now. I think you're kind of leading the way. Reinvention, death, reinvention. I think you're very aware that this person could set you back with old patterns, so you'd rather move forward, reinvent yourself. And their cards. Grief. If you don't think they're sad about something, they are. Dark Night of the Soul. Wow. Wow. Okay, they're sadder than you think about something they're dealing with in their life, some loss, something that's rocked their world in some way. So if you were wondering kind of what's up with them, doesn't mean you have to run out and fix it. I mean, if you're feeling the devil, if you could feel the reeling in of this connection, Just pause. Don't do anything rash. Be careful. Think thoughtfully. 7 of Coins. Where do you really want to put your energy here, Pisces? Be careful, okay? This person has an allure, I think, about them. I don't know how I feel anymore. Yeah, they're looking confused and sad. I can't ignore the signs that I'm receiving anymore. I'll pull one more. You inspire me. So they do think highly of you. They feel empress toward you and that you're inspirational. They feel the signs. They're definitely sitting in their quiet, but they're sitting in their loss and their dark night of the soul too. They can't ignore the signs, but they're still confused. So don't let this be a lure. Don't let this lure you in, is all that I keep feeling. There's time for everything. There's change afoot with the death. But just do things carefully. If you're in the middle of reinventing yourself, would you want to stop everything to get sidetracked? Just don't get sidetracked. I guess that's a good message. Don't get sidetracked. Doesn't mean there's not a future that you can pay attention to, and even including this person at some point if it's meant to happen that way. But right now you see them having a devil energy. So there's got to be a reason for that. Mother, unconditional love, nurturer, creator, protector, the universal mother. It may be time to become your own best mother to yourself. Begin to give yourself all that you did not receive when younger. Only you know what you truly want and need. Start with kindness, love, forgiveness, and patient encouragement. Baby steps. So if you're feeling there's, in some respects, that this is a teaching moment, you're teaching yourself something new, there's something new for you to do, there's a transformation happening, it looks like it's going to start with nurturing. If you haven't done inner child work, it's time to complete the inner child work. Complete tapping into those wounds from childhood. We all have them. If you haven't journaled about it, try journaling with your non-dominant hand and see what kind of messages come up. Think back to, like when you're between 5 and 9 and just kind of journal some memories with your non-dominant hand. See what comes up. Or just nurture yourself. I mean, it doesn't have to be that introspective and analytical or psychoanalytical. You can just nurture yourself in the best ways that you know how right now. And that's the main message and the best place to start. This is an infinite connection. I don't think it's going anywhere. That's my gut. Infinite connections don't always have to be expressed in the outward right now or in the 3D, but they don't necessarily fade away either. So have some patience with that. Be selective. Be selective. Learn the lesson and nurture yourself. And there is abundance to be had here for sure. Okay, good luck with this transformation. And I will see you soon. Thank you so much for being here. And drop a comment if you feel inclined. Thanks, Pisces. Bye-bye.